Hello everyone. Have you ever suffered from root knot nematode or Japanese beetles that come out of the ground and then they want to just eat your whole harvest? Well, you need a soil warrior. And what is a soil warrior? It's actually beneficial nematodes. These are microscopic organisms. It is very organic. It doesn't harm people, pets, plants, the environment. These are naturally occurring organisms in the environment. And what they do is, once they're in the soil, they'll seek out those organisms that we don't want, and they enter their bodies. Then they leave a harmful bacteria behind. It kills the creature that it's in, and then it multiplies more babies, and then those babies come out and then look for more food. And that's how we take care of those things that are happening to our plants, whether it be insects or bad nematodes, such as root knot nematode. I am unable to do crop rotation with my tomatoes because my tomatoes have to be in a certain place. And because of that, I use these beneficial nematodes, and I've never had root knot nematode. That's like a tongue twister, right? It's really hard to say. So the time to do it is in the spring, early in the spring, before you put your plants out, because you want to be able to have them do their work before you put your plants in the soil for at least 2 to 3 weeks before planting. And the temperature needs to be between 42 and 95 degrees. If it gets too hot, it kind of reduces the population, and they can get through one, say, hard freeze, but if it's over winters, like in my climate, which is 6B, then likely most of them will die. So that's why every spring I have to add more to make sure that I am attacking a core problem that's in my garden. If you have a really bad infestation, then you should probably do it 2 or 3 times during the season, about 3 weeks apart, so that you have the nematodes at different life cycles, and then they're trying to take care of the pest problem. So another thing that's really great about these things is that they take care of fungus gnats and the dreaded fungus gnats. So that means you can actually put the solution inside your house to help you with the fungus gnats. So how it comes, you can see it's a powder, and this happens to be 50 million nematodes that are in here. So 1 million nematodes will do 50 square feet. They can travel underground, but they're not going to travel a mile. They're going to travel a little bit because they are microscopic. And so to do this, you put the 1 million that you're going to do for your 50 square feet, and you put it in 5 gallons of water. And so I have a lot, so I'll just measure out. It doesn't have to be an exact science. I'll probably take a tablespoon, put it in my watering can, then I'm going to go out and put it into the soil. Now, the time I do it, because I think it's the most beneficial, is that the nematodes need the soil to be moist. So right now it's raining outside. It's going to rain today, it's going to rain tomorrow, so the soil is going to get super saturated. So we're going to go outside and we're going to put them down wherever I feel that I need to do that. And I don't just do it in the vegetable garden. I'll put it in other parts of my garden too, where I might have a problem, like for instance, a rose bush, where there's a Japanese beetle, that population that's probably underground right around your rose bush. The grubs are there, and this will take care of those grubs and really reduce your pest problems. So I'm really excited about it. This is something that I've done every year. It's tried and true, and I want you to try it too. And believe me, it's safe. It's 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 nature working on nature. So it's a good roundworm going after bad things that we don't want in our garden. So it's no different than, say, having flying insects coming in and eating your aphids. And so it's the same type of thing. We just happen to be doing it underground in the soil before the season starts. And the best thing is, it will not harm earthworms. So I don't want you to worry about that. Your earthworms will be safe. And we know how important earthworms are for the structure of our soil. So let's go outside. So you can see I'm filling up, and like I said, it's not an exact science. I'm going to put about a tablespoon in there. You can see how powdery it was. And let's wait for it to fill up. And so what I'll be doing is I'll be filling this up several times because I'm going to be going to different parts of the garden, and that way I know I'll be saturating all the areas that I want to saturate. Okay. Okay, so here we are I have a couple raised beds here. They're 3 feet by 11 feet. So that means one bed is 33 square inches. Square feet, sorry, it's 33 square feet. And so if you recall, it was 1 million for 50 square feet. So in essence, I probably can do both of these beds and it'll be fine. And since, I'm putting the application in every year, it's not a problem. And it's not like I have a heavy pest infestation. So basically, you're just watering it in. Just water it in. And this soil is very moist because it's been raining all night. It's going to rain all day today. It's going to rain all day tomorrow. So this is a good time to do that. Go back because I'm going to use this entire bucket. There's a little, put a little in there too. Since it's sitting out there. All right, look, little lonely garlic it looks like from last year. Then I have a little bit left in this pot. I'm going to come over here. This is my cranberry bushes. And here's some strawberries. And we're going to talk about strawberries in the next video or so. So stay tuned to my channel. Keep looking for new updates because I usually drop a video every week. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all around the garden, all the way around the house. These are my blackberries and raspberries. And I'm going to keep going back, filling it up, putting in about a tablespoon at a time until I use it all up. And you can see this is a perfect day to do it. Up here are blueberry bushes. But what I do is, you can see there's a lot of space here. I interplant, or I put pots in here with the blueberries. So that's why I do every location. Then go straight over here. I also plant a lot of pumpkins and big plants up here. And then here is a lonely little rose bush. And one year it was covered with Japanese beetles. And so what happens is the larvae are underneath it. And so I put in the beneficial nematodes, and last year I didn't have any Japanese beetles at all. So it really does work. And so, but like I was saying, I'm not going to put the roundworm way over there and expect it to get to this rose bush. I'm going to put it underneath the rose bush because, like I said, they're microscopic and it takes some time to figure out, not to figure out, but to travel. They're microscopic, so they don't travel miles and miles. They, travel a little bit. So thanks for coming along on our journey as we talk about beneficial nematodes. I really like them. I use them all the time. They really work, and it's organic, and it doesn't harm pests, children, people, plants. It's just nature doing nature's thing. So keep following along at Dobos Farms, and I'm Renee in the garden, and we'll see you next time. Bye.